Hello and welcome to Sports Entertainment Weekly, Episode 3. I'm Matt Sheehan.
I'm Sam Bruce.
And I'm Austin Chick.
We are here at Bear Village drinking our Red Bulls here this fine Tuesday morning. Sam, what are we starting out with today?
Well, we've got a lot to talk about from the NCAA Championship game last night. Baseball is back. Blues still in that playoff push. Some WWE news going on. The Masters are this weekend, and maybe a little prediction at the end of the show. But let's start it off. The NCAA Championship game last night. Do we even want to count it as a game? Because Nova just came out and dominated.
They did dominate, points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, all of that. But a surprising factor is that Villanova had 12 turnovers to Michigan's 10. So how can a team win by 17 with having that many turnovers? It's wild.
It really is wild, but I just think Villanova was too good when they maintained the ball that Michigan couldn't hang with them. I mean, you saw early on in the game, Michigan had a 4 or 5 point lead, and then towards the end of the first half, it just deteriorated and Nova just started to take over. Mm-hmm. Wasn't really much of a game.
And surprisingly, Nova's leading scorer was actually a bench player.
Yeah.
So
31 points.
When you're getting 31 points from a guy off the bench, he just hands you the title. I mean, that's insane. The most crazy thing is this is the first team since 2009, North Carolina, to win every tournament game by double-digit points. Mm-hmm. Man, that is just frightening.
Yep. And to see them get their second title in the past 3 years, where does this set them up for next year? Are they going to make another run? What's Jalen Brunson's future looking like? There's just a lot of questions with them.
Well, if you've won 2 titles in 3 years, it makes recruiting a heck of a lot easier because you can say, hey, we won 2 titles in 3 years. There's a good chance we could do it again. Mm-hmm. So Jay Wright has a pretty easy job for the next couple of years for the most part.
Oh, for sure.
But going to have some competition. Duke is going to be really good next year.
I was about to say Zion Williamson.
The man is a pure animal.
Yeah.
Pure
Duke
animal.
is winning it all next year.
People said that this year.
Yeah, they did.
Here
I
we
did
are.
say that this year. Let me down.
Oh, was I think you and I both had Nova, Michigan, and I had Nova coming out on top. Did you have Nova coming out on top?
I think we did.
I think you had
I had Loyola.
You had Loyola.
He was rooting for Sister Jean and the
Cinderella
Ramblers.
just got too tired of dancing.
Oh, man. It happens every year.
Yep.
Moving on to one of my favorite sports. Major League Baseball is officially back, ladies and gentlemen. It's back, and it's here to stay for the next 158 games, close to 200 days. My heart is so happy. So let's just start off. The St. Louis Cardinals opened up in New York. Not the best way to open.
No.
You're facing 2 of the best pitchers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Syndergaard and Jacob deGrom. The bats were silent, minus a couple home runs from Yadier Molina and Jose Martinez. But beyond that, didn't really see anything in games 1 and 2. Now, game 3, bats came alive.
Mm-hmm.
Paul DeJong, 2 dingers.
Yadier Molina again.
Yadier Molina again. Last night, or yesterday, up in Milwaukee, Paul DeJong goes deep again. I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump. He's a smart hitter.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love what I see out of him, and he's a solid shortstop.
He just looks so poised in the batter's box beyond his years.
Agreed. Austin, there's something that you might want to touch on, or that you brought up earlier, the mound visit rule.
Not a fan of this mound visit rule. It's like 6 you get a game.
6 per team.
So, if a catcher wants to go out and calm down his pitcher, like we could have seen in New York with Yadi and Carlos Martinez, he's technically using a mound visit. So if he were to go out, he'd be down to 5. I am not a fan. I know you're not a fan.
I'm not a fan because you've got young pitchers, young, energetic pitchers like Carlos Martinez that need to be calmed down. And I know, he's 25, 26 years old. Yeah, he needs to be calmed down. And you've got one of the best catchers in the game's history in Yadier Molina, and you're telling me he has to limit the amount of time he gets to talk? to his pitcher.
To me, I feel like that's where a lot of catchers make the money. Is they're so good at going
Right.
out to the pitcher and saying, "Hey, stay relaxed. You're still in this. You got the stuff. Just calm down a little bit."
I don't like Rob Manfred. You're probably going to end up hearing me say that a lot on this show.
I don't like him either.
Rob
Bring back
Manfred,
Bud.
bring back Bud. Thank you. I tried to get a movement like that going last year. Didn't exactly work. So who do you guys have winning it all this year?
You know what? I'm going to have to go to a city that I love, Cleveland. Cleveland Indians. I got them winning it all against the Washington Nationals.
That's funny you should say that. I have the Nationals in the World Series too. They're
Right.
also losing.
Okay, good.
Because the Nationals just can't ever win a World Series, but neither can Cleveland.
I don't know if Cleveland can even make it to the World Series.
Fair enough.
But we'll see.
Because they're going to have to go through the New York
Oh,
Yankees.
man.
The evil empire is back.
They are back.
And it's frightening. Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Greg Bird. I can start just rattling names off the list. It's frightening. And they're going to make a trade for another starting pitcher to shore up that rotation. If you're in the American League, unless you're the Astros, you might as well just give up.
That's my World Series pick right there.
Oh,
Astros.
New York Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees.
Yankees
Okay.
over Nationals.
Nice.
All right, so it's like we all have the Nationals going to the World Series.
Yeah, and losing.
Oh, so we're like Sports Illustrated.
Yep. What's
Pretty
up with
much.
Matt Holliday, right?
So he is not under contract from any team. So he is actually doing radio for MLB Network Radio.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he's still training, and I don't know why you wouldn't sign him to a contract.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good year last year up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think he hit close to 20 home runs.
You can't tell me the Yankees don't have enough money to give
Yeah,
him
why
a
would you
contract.
not just bring him back? It makes zero sense to me. See, last year he hit in 105 games, hit 19 home runs, 64 RBIs, batting average 231. It's not exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
On base 316, but why would you not give a guy like that a chance? If anything, I hope he comes back to St. Louis, signs a one-day contract, retires as a Cardinal,
That'd be awesome.
gets that number 7 retired.
Reminds me of old
Be
J.D.
awesome.
Drew was number 7 as well.
Oh,
It's a great number.
Drew. Oh, shivers.
You know,
The only good that ever came out of J.D. Drew was Adam Wainwright.
yeah. So back to mound rule stuff like this. I feel like, is the MLB trying to shorten the game more and more and more?
They are.
They are.
And why?
Here's the hilarity of it. They want to increase offense, right?
Mhm.
You know what the quickest games are? 1-0, 2-1 pitchers duels.
Mhm.
They'll typically last right around 2 hours. That's shorter than a football game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Offensive explosions, when it's 7-6 or 13-10, those games can take close to 4 hours.
Yep.
And it's not exciting
Yeah.
because you've seen everything that can happen.
Mhm.
Oh, the guy hit a home run. Oh, the guy hit a home run. But a pitcher's duel, every pitch counts.
Right.
So
It's wild.
if they want to shorten games, cut out just one commercial.
Yeah.
That shortens your games.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. I hate to say this, but moving into our next segment, the Blues could be in trouble, guys.
Oh, they are in trouble.
3 games left. 3 games left. 2 of them are against the Chicago Blackhawks. So that's never fun.
Wow, that's a great rivalry.
1 at home on Wednesday and 1 in Chicago on Friday. And that's 2 of their 3 remaining games. And they sit 1 point out of the wild card in the West. They do have a game in hand, though, against the Colorado Avalanche. So the Blues have to win out.
Yep.
Have to win out. And even still, it's not all in their hands.
No.
Really worried. I don't think we're going to see playoff hockey in St. Louis this year.
It's crazy that both the Red Wings and the Blackhawks aren't making playoffs this year either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to add, and could be throwing the Blues on that list too. It's sad to see teams. I mean, I'm happy to see other teams, make turnarounds like the Colorado Avalanche. They're one of the Winnipeg. Oh, that team is frightening. Dustin Bufflin leading that team.
Are you guys happy for the Golden Knights?
No, I'm not happy.
I don't mind it.
Someone asked me if the Blues don't make the playoffs, who do I root for? Well, I'm going with my tried and true, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Sid the Kid. I can't root for the Golden Knights because I don't want them to win a cup before we do. I don't want the Nashville Predators to win a cup before we do. We've been around for 50 years, have 0 cups.
Yep.
Don't ever go to a Blues game looking for a drink.
What about Washington this year? You think they can win it?
Oh, is it the Caps year like it has been for every single year the past
7 years.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's
They're like the Nationals of the NHL, pretty
They-
much.
Yeah.
same team, same color scheme. Oh my gosh. How frightening.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Have the big star that everyone
Alex
expects.
Ovechkin is just dirty.
Yeah,
oh
he
my
is.
gosh. He's got a really, really good chance to break Gretzky's scoring record.
He does.
That's it's absolutely unheard of considering the most goals I think he's ever scored in a season was 50. And Gretzky, was out there scoring 100 in a season. Frightening to think about. Turn it over to you guys a little bit here. So last night, Monday Night Raw. Anything special happen or not happen?
Ronda Rousey got put through a table by
Oh.
Steph.
Oh, that's always fun to watch
That
someone
was
get
right.
thrown through a table.
And it wasn't what we expected. We expected probably Ronda to do something to Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie slammed Ronda, but it looked like Ronda did most of the jumping there.
Yeah. So did anything not happen?
Oh,
Because there was rumors from Bleacher Report that someone was supposed to be at Raw.
You know what? I think I'm going to make it a ritual. Every week I'm going to call Bleacher Report out for something. Bleacher Report sends out this notification on all our phones that, oh, The Undertaker's supposed to be at Raw. Well, no, Bleacher Report. He wasn't at Raw. He didn't show up. So stop, teasing us. Maybe the WWE say, hey, we'll give you $100,000 to put this out. Get people
So
to watch.
disappointing.
I mean, John Cena was in the ring for 15 minutes, it seemed
Yep.
like.
Yeah.
Cutting a good promo again. He's been doing great. If this happens, Cena's been carrying the promo week in and week out. So I don't know. We'll see. Also, I saw this morning that when Raw went off air, the Bar attacked Roman Reigns, and then John Cena came in and saved Reigns. Pretty cool.
That is actually pretty cool. Because it started off, Roman Reigns, went out there, destroyed some Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Brock was Brock.
Yeah. F5. After 5 Superman punches, Brock does 1 F5 and leaves.
I think Roman probably should have cut out one of the F5s and given him a spear.
Just gone for that finishing move.
Gone for the spear. And then go into WrestleMania. We'll get into that a little bit. We'll make our predictions for the big matches.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to talk about there.
With The Undertaker, I could see Cena coming out at WrestleMania and him doing some sort of promo where, oh, I'm a fan and I'm having a great time with you all. He's kind of gives the wrestlers a break. They're backstage getting ready for their matches, and he's out there kind of pumping the crowd up. And then we see a WrestleMania moment for the ages with The Undertaker and Cena. That's what I could see
Maybe
happening.
he opens after the pre-show. So like pre-show, they fade, come in with the main card. He's like, well, since I'm a fan, they told me I could host, so here I am. And
I was wondering about that.
Because
He
they
doesn't
don't have a
match.
host
They
yet.
don't have a host yet.
Yeah.
John Cena would make a great host.
He would. Wow, that's a really good thought.
2-time Kids' Choice Award host. I mean,
That's a really good thought. And then we get plenty of opportunities for the dead band to come out.
Oh my gosh.
Plenty. Probably too many.
So, let's just kind of go through some of the matches at WrestleMania. Who do you guys got for, the big ones? Let's start off. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar.
I, fingers crossed, hope Roman Reigns.
I can't stand Brock Lesnar.
I have to go Roman Reigns.
Glad we're all on the same page. For the WWE Championship, AJ Styles. I can't say his name.
Shinsuke Nakamura. What do you think, Awesome?
I think it's Shinsuke's time to get that title.
Shinsuke. If you want AJ Styles to be one of the best, he doesn't need another month on his
He doesn't
championship.
need to go to the CM Punk level. Of,
Yeah. He needs more championships. He's a 2-time WWE and a 2 or 3-time United States championship. Him and Kevin Owens kept swapping off like 3 times. So he's a 2 or 3 U.S. title champion. He needs to get some more under his belt.
Agreed.
Speaking of Kevin Owens, we have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who were recently fired, and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan is back in the ring. Do we think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens get their jobs back?
Yeah.
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 I think Daniel Bryan, I think his match is going to be a loss because I think Shane McMahon is going to get pinned.
Shane McMahon will take that pin.
If your tag team partner is Shane McMahon, you're not exactly.
Or we go back to the. If you remember, there was a little dissent there between Daniel Bryan and Shane.
Yeah.
Maybe Daniel's planning to turn on Shane and help Kevin and Sammy win.
Could be.
Because he's
Oh
always
my
been
gosh.
a Kevin and Sammy guy.
That would just be the worst.
I would
Let's-
hate that.
Let's talk about this one. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Steph and Triple H.
I said it last week, I'll say it again. Stephanie and the game are making some great promos, talking about cutting Ronda down and building her up like the businessmen and women that they are. So that's been great. Last night was great, the promo. I'm hoping Ronda gets her first win. I mean, Stephanie said it last night in that interview that, Ronda, you're going to lose at WrestleMania, and that's going to be the first loss in your entire career, and it's going to be stained on you. And honestly, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen to her.
I kind of hope that they don't treat Ronda Rousey the way that they've treated Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I know.
I hope she
Yeah.
doesn't turn into that kind of character
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Wow. That's
I
nice.
have to go Team Olympians.
Team Olympian. And I also, you mentioned Brock Lesnar. I hope Ronda doesn't just become a part-timer.
Yeah.
I want to see her
Every
win
week.
this match. I want to see, we'll get to this later, Nia Jax win her match, and we see a feud between them.
That would be fun.
That's a big feud.
So moving into the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus
Asuka.
Asuka. I can't say that.
I want to hear your guys' predictions because I have a curveball prediction.
I think it's going to be Asuka.
I agree.
They're not going to break that streak.
In my
Unfortunately.
prediction, Asuka's going to win. She's going to have a Roman Reigns 2014 moment where he beat Brock, or where he beat the game, Triple H.
32, WrestleMania 32.
So 2016 WrestleMania 32. He beats Triple H. Out comes Sheamus, bro kick, pins him. Asuka's gonna win. Here comes Carmella, super kick, pins her. Carmella takes the championship home.
I would love that.
That would
Breaks
be,
the streak. Carmella finally cashes in. Doesn't do what Baron Corbin did and loses the freaking Money in the Bank. That is what I want to see.
that would be great. The Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax.
We need to see a change up in here.
Nia's gonna.
Nia's gonna win. That's a whole other thing there. The Intercontinental Championship, The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor.
This one has me torn.
I'm very torn as well.
I'm going Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Hard to go against him.
I hope it's either him or The Miz. The Miz is so close, and I know you're not a big Miz guy. Miz is my favorite heel because of his promos and also in-ring ability. But The Miz is so close to getting the longest Intercontinental reign of all time. But he's also close to getting the most title holds, to Chris Jericho's 9. So either way, I hope the Miz wins, and then maybe Seth Rollins comes at SummerSlam and takes it from him or something.
No one a Finn Balor fan?
No,
No one
It's
jumping on
gotta
that?
be Seth Rollins.
I am not in the Balor
Yes.
Club.
All right. United States Championship, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev.
This is probably the hardest match to bet on.
The Homer in me wants me to pick Randy Orton
Same.
because he's a St. Louis boy. St. Louis boy
We all are. I got to be honest, I love Randy Orton. You guys know that. St. Louis boy. But I want to see his reign come to an end. I want to see either Mahal or Rusev get it. Bobby Roode's already had it. We saw that. But Rusev's really on the up and up. People always cheering Rusev Day. And he just got thrown into the match, a week ago. He's a great wrestler.
His merchandise sales
They're going up.
I could see him winning it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Rusev or Mahal. It has to be.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos versus New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Bludgeon Brothers.
That's not even a question.
Yeah.
They're getting billed really, really well.
Yeah.
Keep squashing local talents most of the time.
Yeah. It's sad, and I don't really. It's so funny because Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are the two guys who are the Bludgeon Brothers, but no one mentions the fact that they used to just get dominated. I mean, Eric Rowan, half of the Bludgeon Brothers, got pinned in 6 seconds by The Rock in 2015. So, mentions that, and now they're just these huge monsters just dominating everybody. Interesting pick by the WWE.
Speaking of huge monsters,
Oh, yes.
we have a Tag Team Championship, and one of the tag teams isn't a team. It's one man, or maybe two, however you want to put that out there.
Size of
The
two.
Bar versus Braun Strowman, and Braun doesn't have a partner.
Yeah, we've been saying we want Elias, but we haven't seen anything yet.
I've seen an interesting theory out there. People are been speculating. Don't hold this to anything, but people are like, well, what if Rey Mysterio comes out? That way you have the big tall guy and the little guy. But
Could be fun.
That'd be awesome.
I mean,
because we did see him at Royal Rumble
Royal Rumble.
3 months ago.
He was just at a some sort of Make-A-Wish event with the WWE a couple of days ago, so maybe we'll see that. I think it'd be funny if Braun Strowman says that his partners are these hands or something like that, does something dumb, but we will see.
and beyond that, I mean, you've got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Some pretty big names in that. Matt Hardy.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler.
That's who I'm going with. I hope he wins. But
Ziggler.
this is normally, a battle royal that a younger up and coming will win. So,
That's why I saw the pre-show.
but I mean, you got Mojo, Baron Corbin in there, and they've both already won it. So why give it to them again? So maybe we'll see an older guy get it. Maybe Ty Dillon. Get
I
it.
still think Hall of Famer Goldberg's gonna enter it because why the heck not?
He's Goldberg. And then the Women's Battle Royal. The entrance for that, you've got Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch. I mean, no one really just.
I don't know.
I'm going with the boss in that.
Boss. Maybe we'll see the.
We'll
I
see.
see the Riot Squad's going to be in it. Maybe they'll break up finally.
I see.
Nice.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of returns there too, like the Bella twins.
Mhm.
Maybe another Lita appearance, because why not?
I would love to see Nikki Bella win.
I would just love to see Nikki Bella. Sports Entertainment Weekly is here in the newsroom editing episode 3. Over here, we've got my main man, Austin Schick, Matt Sheehan, doing some editing. It's coming, guys. This is us saying goodbye. Peace out for the week. Join us next week. We'll have more topics to discuss.